welcome to my journey to another Thrifting Tuesday. Pollen. I can run through the car wash now because my windshield's been put in long enough. I told David, I said, well, I'm gonna head out. And he said, well, I got to move my trucks in your way. I said, your truck? He was blowing leaves, what was left from the fall, and he'll gather them up on tarps and put them on the trailer. There was a bunch. Well, we only got one tree, but we get other people's, like behind us, we get their leaves in the back. And then, of course, our tree in the front drops a lot. But there was some left, and the man, he'll be coming to mow this week. David said this weekend he figured he better get the leaves up, but we haul them, well, not we, he hauls them down to where Holly lives. We got a patch of woods beside the field. He just hauls them down there and dumps them because it's not leaf pickup season here now. As far as I know, it's not. They do it not as many times as they used to. They cut back a couple times a year. But they do loose leaf collection if you want to do that. But most of the times, he don't want it out there on the road. Because Lord have mercy, don't put it in the ditch. You'll get a nasty gram. Listen, I say I'm not going to talk about the old goat, but when we were working on the house and renting elsewhere, the last thing on David's mind was mowing the yard. And granted, what we have is not really grass. We have grass, but most of it, especially at that time, was just like green onion looking things like that. And if it gets over 18 inches, they'll give you a citation or whatever. So it was the one year, and in case you don't know, the old goat is my ex-neighbor. He's dead. I'm just going to say it. As Andrew Griffith said, he nastied away. He was so hateful to us. And the thing is, I grew up there from 1971. I even babysat his youngins. He was nasty to my mama. And when we bought the house, he was nasty to us. And we never done nothing to that man. His wife now, she's nasty to David. If he's out there mowing or something, don't you leave them boards on my yard. He's like, I never have. You know? I don't know what they had against us. Other than the fact that we weren't just perfectly coiffed in our yard or whatever. I don't know, because he thought his yard. It's a wonder he didn't go out there and cut his grass with his nail clippers. I'm not even joking. So one year, he called the city, and the city came out there and mowed it without telling us and charged us over $300. I kid you not. I kid you not. After that, there was one day we had moved back and we were living in the big room, all of us. And I had the windows open because we had no kind of air conditioning. We had to run drop cords from the box David had the power company put in. We were roughing it, let me just tell you. Well, the front windows were up, and I seen a car pull up, and I went to the window instead of going out and going around the house. I just went to the window. He was from the city. I said, are you kidding me? Did my neighbor call you again? He just looked at me. He apparently had previous work with the guy, you know what I'm saying? As in complaining about this, that, and the other, because that's the kind of person he was. He just, he was basically apologizing for coming out. He was sorry. Just do what we could do. So, yeah. Listen, he come down there. We caught him one time. Me and Holly went somewhere, and I forgot something, so we just made a loop around the block. He couldn't wait until we left the house to come down there and snoop in our windows, and I caught him snooping in our windows. He just toddled on back up to his house like he wasn't doing it. He would stand out there and hide behind his bushes and look at us. He come down there and told David and his daddy was out there working in the back because we had the whole backyard graded down because it was just a straight hill towards the house, and the water would just rush, because we're the lowest point on the road. From this back corner and down the road, we're the lowest point. And so Dave said he wasn't dealing with that water anymore, so he had the whole yard graded back down. That's when he took all my trees. That's when I told him bodily harm would come to him if he took my big water oak in the front yard. So he left it alone. I feel like y'all can't see me, but maybe that. And they were in the backyard in the Bobcat working, building the shop so we could put our stuff in the shop while we worked on the house. We doing everything. He come down there wanting to know, when the hell you gonna clean this mess up? And we're doing construction, right? His daddy flat out told him, the day you pay my boy's mortgage is the day you can come down here and tell us what to do. Now you get the hell on and go home. His daddy didn't mince words. It was constantly. Me and Holly called him one time. He didn't realize I seen him and his son. His son come over with his truck. He was getting rid of a mattress, and he would put stuff that he needed the garbage to be picked up. He would put it on our front ditch, not his, because he didn't want it on his grass. So we'd drag it back up there. So I seen the truck go around the corner. I guess he didn't think we was home, because the truck ran around the corner with the mattress. That's how I know it was his, because I seen him. Well, then me and Holly, we had to go somewhere again. We come home and that mattress was laying on our front ditch. In the middle of the night, guess what? Me and Holly drugged that thing right up there and put it right back on his ditch, his front of his house. I bet he was thinking, Then he come down there one day, after we caught him snooping. I put up no trespassing signs. And I was hot. I can't even tell you how many things he did to us. There's way too many to even tell. The ugly, nasty things he would do to us. I put them trespassing signs out there, and I went up there knocking on his door to let him know he better stay out of our yard. He wouldn't even answer the door. He was home because his truck was home. He would not answer the door. He would not. The chicken-livered thing would not come to the door for a woman. What does that tell you? He peeked through his windows. He think you couldn't see him. He had blinds on it. Cause see, I know how the house is made out because I've been in it plenty of times. His bedroom there on the corner, he had blinds, but you could see when a blind was out like that, he would be peeking and watching. I ain't gonna tell you what I did every time I seen him watching. I'm just not gonna tell you. I gave him the high sign, I'll tell you. Just so he'd know that I was watching. It's funny, the window blind would be like this, and then he'd get the high sign and it would close. Dude, you done been caught. Just keep staring, you done been caught. I used to yell things at him and ask him, was he getting a good look? Oh. He would go out there. He had not worked in his shop in years. He used to work out in his shop. Hadn't worked out there in years. We're out there doing something, painting the windows, I think it was. So then he decides to go out. He would go out literally in his shop and just turn on a machine and let it run, and then come out there and watch. Because you catch him. He was not slick. Just go out there, run a machine so he could spy on us. He would cut tree there. He put up a fence. He fenced in his backyard. So that was like a free fence for us. We didn't have to do it. He did that when Mama was there. He would, if there was before we had the yard graded down, there was trees. If the limbs hung over his side, just the tree, not bothering anybody. It was a plum tree, the one I specifically remember, and then there was other ones. He would cut the limbs and throw them back over the fence. Yes, if there was anything on our side that even looked at his fence, he would cut it and throw it back on our side. So guess what? He had stuff coming over in ours, so I returned the favor. It didn't happen no more. I'm like, I didn't let him get by with nothing. If he got caught, I didn't let him get by with it, because he was a nasty, miserable old man. He just was. So But his wife still lives there, and she's just as ugly as he is. Thank goodness we don't see her much. He was the snoop. Every now and then you'd catch her. He had a bush. His front driveway comes up, and his carport's in the front, and ours was in the back. And before we redid the house, our driveway was in the back, but our front porch, our houses are side by side like that. He would go up and come out of his carport and stand there behind his bush and do this. Like a cat. You know, if a cat can see you, it thinks you can't see it, but you can see the whole side of its head and its one eye looking. That's exactly what he was like. He was like a cat. It's like, well, if I just poke my one eye over real careful, they won't be able to see me. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We were getting our front door put in, and he walked out to check his mail. The whole time he's walking, he's just looking. So I excused myself in between the workers, waved at him and hollered at him, hey, hoped he was getting a good look. And oh, he turns around, he starts walking. It's so funny because I tell you, he thinks he's slick, but then when you catch him, like I said, you done been caught. So, I don't wish death on nobody, but I'm glad he's gone. Not glad he's dead. I won't say that. I'm not that mean. But I'm glad he's not our neighbor anymore. Put it that way. Very glad. Oh, pretty crowded here today. See, that's how close I am. Long enough to talk about the old goat. Let's see, I'll go on down here. And we're here. So, let's go in and see if we can find anything. Okay, I found a couple things in there. First thing I found was this Starbucks cup. It's got somebody cricketed their name on it, but I peeled it. It's going to peel right off. The thing about this is, when I went to Harris Teeter last week to get, I can't remember what they had that I needed. Oh, when I went to get my meat. I stopped to get meat because Holly said they've changed their chai lattes. And they have. Something's different about them. I told her, I said, I agree with you. There's something different about them. But I wanted one, and I wanted to try it and see. I mean, I got stuff at home to make it, but I wanted to see. So they sell these, and then one that you can, like, put a straw in. When I get an iced chai latte, I want that. I don't want to drink it with a straw. I don't know why. I drink everything else with a straw, except those drinks right there. When I'm out and about, I drink with a straw, except for the iced chai lattes from Starbucks. And at home, I like to drink with, out of this cup, the little sipper thing. So I saved my, well, I tried to get it, and she said, well, we don't have them, we're out of them. I'm like, okay. So I saved my little rinky-dink plastic cup to use. But I saw this, I thought, okay, well, here's the kicker. It was $2.99, which was probably maybe on par or cheaper than, I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't that bad, but you can reuse it. Here's the thing. It was over 4 days old, so I got 50% off of that, and then I got 25% off of that. So I got 75% off of it. So this was dirt cheap. So that's why I got that. And then I got 2 towels. This one is a oh, let me see who made it. Towel Bazaar, 100% Turkish cotton. It's huge and heavy. This is not for a bath towel. It's for when we go to the beach, because I already told Dave we're going to the beach. And I did find a bath towel, because some of mine are falling apart around the edges. They're stripping the, I guess the, you know, every time I talk to y'all, I cannot find my words. Excuse me. We get out and about, and of course my nose starts running. But anyway, they're coming undone around the edges, and so as I see them, I'm just going to replace them. See, I had replaced my old towels with a big old bucket of towels from Goodie. I might have bought 2 different ones at 2 different times, because they just put all kind of towels in one big tub, shrink wrap it up, not shrink wrap it, but just plastic wrap it up and sell it, 15-20 bucks. I know I didn't pay 20 bucks for mine. They're 20 bucks now because I see them. But the thing is, you get all other kind of towels, which I'm using, but I don't need any new, because I've already got that. I don't need any new kitchen towels or nothing like that. So as I see towels that are decent, I'll just replace them one at a time. And I know some people are going, ew, you're buying towels at a, oh, what is, he is draining. I hope he is not a porta potty truck, because he is draining water left and right. I hope that is not no porta potty truck. I'm keeping my distance. I hope that's potable water, you know what I mean? Why would you buy a towel at the thrift store? Well, then don't ever go to a motel. Don't do it, because you're reusing towels that thousands of people have used before. So don't do it. It don't bother me in the least. You take it home, you wash it in good old hot water, you're good to go. As long as it ain't got some smell in it you can't get out, then you're good to go, because that's what they use in motels. And same with cloth napkins that I pick up at the thrift store. Go to a fancy restaurant with a cloth napkin. You're using one that 1,000 other people have wiped their mouth on. So it don't bother me at all. Clothes don't bother me. You wash them, you're good to go. Listen, that's like turning down a hospital gown because somebody else wore it. No, they wash it and you wear it again. So, I mean, I know there's a squeam factor. Some people just do have it and they have it. That's fine, because y'all laugh probably at my squeam factor of touching raw meat. It's a squeam factor to me. Everybody has their own. So I'm not poo-pooing you. I'm just saying, if you haven't thought of it that way, then there's your new way to think of it. And I am looking so dark because of this sun that is not exactly bright, but listen, it's like in the 40s right now, so I got a jacket on. It's supposed to be 57, so I'll probably be shucking this for long. It's supposed to get down to 38 tonight. I thought we had hit spring. I didn't know it was going to turn back cold again, because I hadn't really looked at the weather in a few days. So we've got a few days of cooler nights, 50s, 60s in the day, and then we pop back up to the 80s. So I don't know where you're going there, dude. Oh, he's going the same way I am, but you know what? I am getting around him in his water. We are now going to head to Charlotte. Listen, let me tell you. So, whatever day it was last week, I can't remember. It might have been Friday. I think it was Friday, because Holly and Jacob were by themselves because Nathan went off on a boys' camping weekend. And so my Snapchat, I got a video call on my Snapchat. I'm like, oh, Holly was wanting to tell me something. I should have known. As soon as it popped up, there's Jacob's little face. He's wanting to know, can he come to my house and change Papa's air caps? I said, what? Holly said, yeah. He said, he's got these air caps. He insists must be on Papa's car. And he said, we're going to meet her best friend to go out and eat. Which she lives in my town. She lives in Kannapolis, because that's where Holly grew up, you know. And, okay, you have to yield out on. There we go. Oh, no. Is this a bad time? Traffic is clogged and not going fast. I hope there has not been a wreck. I know you did not just change that lane in front of me when I'm trying to enter on the interstate. I ain't gonna fuss. So, Holly said he woke up and said we were coming up that way. He wanted to come change Papa's air caps. She said, I told him, we can't just show up in the driveway, change air caps, and leave. You got to call. So he called. I said, yes, you can come change Papa's air caps. So he brought him 2 red ones and 2 gold ones. They're metallic. So he told me, he walked around and told me how he did them. He put the red on the driver's side front. He put the gold on the driver's side rear. He put the red on the passenger side rear and the gold on the passenger side front. Listen, the boy tells you. So I told y'all I was going to buy them witch caps, right? When he was leaving, Holly turned the back window down and he hollered at me. I was on the porch because you have to watch him. You have to watch him. I have got to definitely get over. He said, have you got your witch air caps yet? I said, no, not yet. I said, I forgot to order them. I said, but I'll go in the house and order them right now. He said, okay, when they come, you call me and I'll come change them for you. I said, okay. I probably won't get them until after Momo Day, but they'll be there. I know somebody suggested, because I told him, I said, when I get them, you can't change them. You have to leave them on there. Somebody suggested I get like maybe an owl set and then he can change those back and forth. So I'll probably do that, but I just got the witches for now. It's the Wicked Witch of the West. She's green, just exactly from the movie Wizard of Oz. Love her, love her. Listen, I think I've told y'all before, my very first love of a witch was Witchy Poo and HR Puffin-Stuff. Don't know why as a kid I loved her, and she's one of the most. Oh, we're slowing down for a reason. She's one of the most basic makeup jobs of a witch, and not good looking. Of course, witches aren't supposed to be. Of course, this witch on my arm, she's good looking. I told him I wanted a sexy witch, and that's what he gave me, a sexy witch with picked eyes. I like that. And but I loved her. I loved Witchy Poo. I loved the Wicked Witch of the West. I just love witches. I love witches. I can't help it. You like what you like, right? Witches and owls. I like witches and owls. Still like pigs. I used to be pigged up. Everything. I wish I still had my pig stuff, but I don't. But everything in my house was pigs. Pigs. My kitchen, everything. Everything was pigs. I had to have everything pigs. So I loved them. I don't know what it was about pigs. Listen, I used to want a pig. I used to want a pot-bellied pig as a pet. Never got it. My ex-sister-in-law, she had one. I don't know how to get this sun out of y'all. I just don't know. No, it's not. None of this is going to work. No, we're just stuck in it. She had one. Lord, the race yesterday, it was a boring race. It was just boring. Not that I watch a race for wrecks, because I don't want nobody to get hurt, but at least some good racing, some good side-by-side racing. It was boring. There was none of that. Every now and then somebody would get into a battle. My boy, he finished like 8th, I think, but he said at the very beginning, he told them that they listened in on his radio. He told them, he said, I don't know if he said his car was too tight, whatever he said he's not able to pass. So there was something wrong with his car. He still finished 8th, so that was all right. But you could just tell he couldn't pass, because he's a good passer. He will drop down low and pass you in a minute. That's like his signature move. And I'm just going to tell you, the boy that won, that's his 4th race of the year. But I think he cheated. I'm not tailgating, I'm racing, whatever my shirt says. Bumping is racing, rubbing's racing, it is. But when you're coming up out of nowhere, and he was retaliating against something, we can figure it out, because they don't show it. This coverage is terrible. The coverage is terrible. They don't show everything, they don't tell everything. But his radio was talking about, if you watch the race, maybe you can explain to me what happened, because we kind of missed it. Talking about Chase Briscoe pitting when he didn't know he was going to pit. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. We couldn't figure it out. And next thing you know, Chase Briscoe's up there in the lead. If I'm not mistaken, he was in the lead, if not second, doing his thing. And Tyler Reddick just zooms up on him and rams him in the rear end and takes off past him. That, to me, is not rubbing. That is flat out retaliation, slamming somebody in the ass and zooming on by. I don't agree with that kind of racing. Unless you're Dale Earnhardt, then I allow it. Because I'm two-faced. I didn't care what Dale Earnhardt Sr. did. I was here for it. Listen, he was a funny racer. And his sense of humor was funny. And just the way it's getting hot in here already. The way he did things and commented on things. I was watching a thing the other day about Dale Earnhardt Jr. because you know he raced too. He said he was out there racing, and I can't remember what track he said he was at, and said his dad was. It wasn't a race where they were racing together. Said Senior went and jumped up on the hauler, got on the radio, and told him, "Look, you got to lift here, you got to do this here, blah blah blah." He said that changed everything. He said my dad getting on there telling me what to do. He said changed everything. How I knew how to drive this track. He said that's the only time he had ever done that. I said, that is so cool. Listen, he was teaching his boy. But here we go. Every time I get in this car, my nose itches. Listen, they coming out to look at the air conditioner. It's 20 years old, 20 some years old, I don't know, but it's rattling, and we're just going to use it until it gives out. But it was barely even warm day before yesterday, and then at night it was not warm, and the air stayed on all night because I got up like 3 times hot. It was like 72, 73 at one point in the middle of the night when it should have dropped down. Should not have needed to have no air on, but I had the air on because we were hot, and I had it on 68 and it would not drop in the middle of the night. So something is wrong. I told them, I said, we're wanting to keep the air conditioner as long as it'll last. I said, but maybe you can come service it, see if it's clogged or something like that, because that's happened before. Because I'll just tell you, we're not good at maintaining, getting yearly checkups and stuff. We're just not. I mean, we're not. It would take better care of our stuff if we did, but so I made it online, and they were going to be from 4 to 8 yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They can come the same day. Well, I was sitting in there and it hit me. I'm like, oh no. What if they don't come until 7, and that's when David's got to get his bath to go to work? I can't have that, because where they got to get to the unit inside the house is in a closet in the bathroom. So I called and rescheduled it for the first part of the day, and they said they could come Friday. And she said that'd be $139. I said, well, your website said $89. She goes, where? I said, when I made the appointment, the website said $89. She said, well, you show that to your service tech. I said, okay, I will. Bet me they upped it, but they forgot to change their website. I should go in there and try to find it and screenshot it, because that's like $50, right? Right? So I'm gonna make them stand by that $89. Oh, and Holly called while I was in there. She said, I was going to call the house. She said, but I knew better because I knew where you'd be. Remember when she was in the hospital at Christmas and they found stuff in her blood that was like markers for autoimmune something? And they set her up with a rheumatologist, and the rheumatologist couldn't see her till April. And this was at Christmas. And her lung doctor was not happy about that at all. Not even in the least little bit was he happy about it. Well, she got a call today and said they had a cancellation today at like 2 o'clock or something. So she's going to do that. I said, good. So she's very excited about that. She said it's a different provider. She said, but it's a woman, so I feel okay. We like women doctors. We just do. Pretty much. No, my back doctors are men. Well, there is a PA that's a woman. I saw her. I don't go to specialists like I used to since I've lost weight. I've dropped a lot of my specialists. I've dropped my nephrologist, my endocrinologist, my pulmonologist. I've dropped all of them. I don't have to see, knock on wood, no jinx, I don't have to see none of them no more. I see my primary doctor, I see the back doctor, and the foot doctor. And the foot doctor's not got nothing to do with my weight. It's just I went for a diabetic foot checkup because that way insurance pays for it, because I am diabetic. That's what my doctor tells me. It's under control. I don't take medicine. My numbers are under control, everything. She said, but once you're diabetic, you're always diabetic. I'm like, okay, we'll use it. But he trims my nails, and I got those big, thick nails on my big toes that I can't trim at home. So I have to go to him to get them trimmed, because they're just so thick, and nothing's going to get rid of them. I bought the stuff online he told me to get. He said, there's nothing he could do to them. He said, you can just go to Amazon, buy the one with the best ratings, and just try it. It ain't done nothing. But the lotion he gave me, it definitely got rid of the dry skin, cracked heels. It's something with an A, first word A, second word L, I can't remember. But if you have dry, cracked skin, and if you have tried like me, all the remedies, soaking, scrubbing, grating, whatever you have to do, none of that gets rid of it. He told me, he said, nothing's going to get rid of that except a prescription. Who knew? Who knew? My feet are smooth as a baby's butt, and they used to be as crusty as, Krusty the Clown. So, if you have crusty heels that you can't slough off or get rid of, go to your foot doctor and get you that prescription lotion. I wish I could think what it is. I'll try to remember. I'll look at my bottle and I'll type it up on the screen. So, see, we talked, and that's how far it got me from my Goodwill to this first Goodwill here in Charlotte. Not bad at all, is it? I told you, the places I go are all pretty doggone close. The farthest I have to go is from here to Salisbury. So let me go in and see what they got, if they got anything. Okay, well, I went to the other Goodwill and I found one thing. It was $3.99. Of course, it was 25% off. I don't know what the smell is, honestly. It smells pretty good. Oh, classic cinnamon. But it's a wood wick. I said I was going to stop buying candles for a while, but I just had 2 that I had to throw away. They were burnt down a little bit, but still plenty of candle in them. But the wicks on both of them were burnt down so small they wouldn't stay lit. So that was 2 candles right there I lost. So I thought, well, I better replace it. My Goodwill that I go to first, they started marking their candles $4.99 instead of like $2.99 and $3.99. So I don't know, they kind of getting out of my price range. And then when I was at the second Goodwill here in Charlotte, that's where I got that. Nothing at the first one. I remember this is called the Warehouse. W-E-A-R, house. I'm like, well, that's right there. I haven't been there but a few times because I don't never get over this way. I'm like, but you're over this way. It's like 4 minutes from that Goodwill to this Goodwill. Just boom, here we are. I found one thing, a dress. And it's long enough, not to the floor. Oh, it's Croft and Barrow, 2X. This is kind of almost like a smocking, stretchy thing. And then it's just a long, tight dress. Not a maxi dress, but all the dress. And I was thinking about this the other week. I'm like, you know what? The only dresses in your closet that I've not gotten rid of, because if I ever needed a dress, I didn't have a dress, even though it was way too big. I thought maybe I could wear a sweater over it. But the only dresses I have in my closet are 24s. Y'all, I can't wear no 24. Half my body be hanging out. So I'm in the Waffle House parking lot. The parking lot where they are, there's other little businesses, slammed completely 100% full. So there's a fence in a Waffle House. I just pulled over here and parked at the Waffle House. But so that dress went for $5. So now I feel, I don't know why I hadn't got rid of them ones at home yet, because like I said, I can't wear them. They're way too big. But I'm gonna get rid of them now. But you never know when you might need a dress. And I have sweaters to wear over it. Because typically when I wear tank tops, I just wear a tank top. But when I wear a dress, I typically wear a sweater over it, some kind of cardigan or something, just to dress it up a little bit instead of hanging out. I don't know what the difference is, because sleeveless is sleeveless, but I don't know if there's a place where a dress is required. I just feel better having something over the dress. I don't know, that's just how I've always been. Now, unless it's a short sleeve dress, but if it's a sleeveless dress, yeah. So we are going to Now, I'm going to try to hit By His Grace. Last week I went, it wasn't open, and it was well after 10 o'clock. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm going to try to, since I got to go by that way anyway, on my way to Salisbury. It's just a hop, skip, and road off the interstate, which I could actually go down. This is the road it's on, but it would take me a little longer to get there this way than if I hop on the interstate and zoom on down, you know. So I'll come back when I got something to show you. Okay, so I did get up here to By His Grace, and he was open, and I found two things. I found some more pot holders. They're thicker than normal, but they're not as thick as those other ones I got that are kind of almost too thick for my hand to squeeze. So these were 99 cents for two. And then I found this book. It's a McCall's cookbook from 1963. I don't have one of these. You know I like the old stuff. And he said, all right, he said, if you run across anything good in there, I'll be your tester. my guy, he runs the place. I said, well, I tried two last week out of a 1978 cookbook, and we like both of those. I said, that old stuff is just good. But, ooh, beat that light moving. Now I'm just going to head up to Salisbury, and I tell you, here it is at 11 o'clock, and I'm already hungry because I ain't eat. I didn't eat this morning. I've got to get better about that. I've got to either eat before I go, or like I said last week, pack something. I didn't do either one of those today. I guess the word is lazy. I don't know, I just get up. And I'm one of these people, if I got somewhere to go, I just want to go. I don't want anything to hold me up. I don't want to run late. I just want to go. And that's how it is on Tuesdays when I get up. I just want to go. So, anyway. Well, I'll just get off here because you know how I like to listen to my music on the way. So, I'll be back. Okay, so I went to Nazareth, and I found one thing. Set of wooden utensils. I like to use the wooden ones. I probably won't use that one. I don't even know what it's for. I've had one before, but I don't know. But I will use these other ones. It was $2 for a set. Got 10% off. And then I went over to the other Goodwill and check out what I found. Now, I used to have one of these back in the day. So now I got me another one. Look, and it's that beautiful orange. $8, and I could see through the inside. It's nice and clean. Oh, there's a cord inside. I just realized that. There's a cord inside and one plugged in. But it's the West Bend slow cooker. So we'll have to do a video making something in that. I'll set it down in a minute before we leave. And then here at Habitat, I didn't find anything except for one coffee cup in the free bin, the free buggies. It's a little faded, but that's my bank. So, it's local. So I got it. All right, well, I'm going to head back down the road. I'm trying to decide if I want to stop and get anything to eat on the way. Because I tell you, I'm really hungry. I should be. So, anyway, I'll be back with something. Okay, so I went, when I got back from Salisbury, I went to the two Goodwills, Habitat, and Salvation Army. I didn't get anything at Habitat. I didn't get anything at Salvation Army. The first Goodwill, I found these for Jacob. It is kindergarten, sight word flashcards for kindergarten and for first grade. They were $2 a box. Think Tank Scholar. I don't know that, but it's got like all kind of words on the back. I thought that'd be something good for Holly to use for him. And then at the second Goodwill, I found this for Jacob. I know he has the Beginner's Bible, but I don't think he has the Early Reader's Bible. So it's like little short sentences, something for him to save until he starts reading. And this is my wish list item. I've been looking for a while. And do you know what I run across today? Days of Thunder. I said I'll never find it, never find it, never find it. So I went ahead and bought it on eBay. I found it. And remember I said I'll never find Dazed and Confused, so I bought it, and then I found it over here the other week. Well, I was biding my time for Talladega. Oh Lord, unrated, uncut. I didn't notice that. Talladega Nights. I have been looking for that ever since I found out David's never seen it. See, what brought it up was the other week, Carson Hosevar, which is that little young guy, the one that's growing on me, the NASCAR, he was talking in his, to his chief and all, talking about, I can't even remember what all he was saying, but he was like, shake and bake. And I'm like, do you know what that's from, right? He's like, no. I said, Talladega Nights. He said, I've never seen that. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to see Talladega Nights. So the very last place I looked, except for here, the last Goodwill that I checked the movies, that's where it was. So I was excited about that. Now I need gas, so probably what I'm gonna do, oh, go is I am probably gonna do what I did last week, because down here I've got, I think today's my last day where I got the price locked in. I'm supposed to save 33 cents a gallon, and because you can do that on 7-Eleven, it'll give you a thing to lock in the price for like 4 days. So if it goes up in that 4 days, you're locked in, and save extra 3 cents if I locked in. So I did, and so that should put me at 33 cents. And so I'll probably do what I did last time, because I'm right here at the interstate. It takes me 5 minutes to get from the interstate to the gas station, so I'll probably go by Goodwill down there to see what they've changed over, because remember I did that last week, and then that's when I found something. I can't remember what it was, but I found something. So that's what I'm gonna do. I still have not stopped to eat. I'm gonna go home and just find me something. And last week I was so tired. Oh, I'm gonna get home sooner this week than I did last, excuse me, because I had that doctor's appointment last week, and that put me like 2 hours behind, so I didn't get home till like 4 o'clock, and I was exhausted. So right now it's a 1:45. So I've been going since I left the house about 8:45. I've been doing some traveling, but it's my thrifting day, so that's what I do. But anyway, I'll hop off of here and I'll talk to you some more before we go home. Well, I did go to the Goodwill. You can see the front and the side parking lot from up on the road before you turn in. Not a single parking spot. And I wasn't going to sit there and just wait to see if somebody come out and block everybody. So I just parked here at the back of the building where the employees park and just walked. Glad I stopped though, because they put out new towels. I got 3 more bath towels. After my discount, they were $4.79. And I don't decorate my bathroom with specific colored towels, so the color doesn't bother me. I have blue right now, which is the ones that are messing up, so just kind of replacing them with blue again. So, oh, you know what I meant to tell y'all? I don't see good at night, and my headlights, the cover on my headlights, the clear cover, is, oh my gosh, it is terrible. It's like dull and discolored. I was telling David the other day, I said, you're gonna have to buy me some new headlight covers. I said, because I just can't see at night. When I do go out, it's not often, but when I do go out at night, I just can't see. I said, there's hardly any light that comes out of them. So he went there and was looking on the computer, and he found out you can use, he saw a video of somebody use WD-40. So he went out there and tried that. And let me tell you, you'd be surprised what all come off of them covers. I mean, they're not brand new looking like the video, because maybe theirs weren't as bad as mine, but compared to what they were, they're new looking. And so when we went out to eat with RJ and Holly Saturday night, I told David, I said, I hope it's dark when we go home so I can see if it's any better. it's better. It's a lot more light coming through, so that should be helpful. So if you want to try to fix your headlights, and I don't know if it'll do on the glass. These are those plastic covers on new cars. I can't say do it like on the actual. I don't know, do they even still have? Remember, used to be just headlights, and now it's like headlights behind the thing. I don't even know if they even still make regular headlight cars. Do they? I don't guess they do. Duh. But you can Google it, make sure before you do it, and then mess it up and say I caused it. But after this, I'm going to get my gas, and then I'm going to go home and find something to eat and rest my old back. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad you come along with me today, and I will see you tomorrow for another weigh-in.